welcome back. We're gearing up for moving season. We're kind of in moving season right now. The team from Perrysburg Moving and Packing, Kevin and Eliana, pronounce your last name.
Rantanen.
Rantanen. And you guys are the brains and the muscle behind the operation, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to talk about some of the expert tips on how to make sure that your moving process goes smoothly. So you're doing this all the time for people, helping them move. When it comes to finding a moving company, what's the most important thing?
Well, first I'd recommend checking the reviews. Google is always a good place to look. Some companies may have like a 4.0 or a 4.6, but you got to find the highest rating possible, as close to 5. Because, you know, I live and work in my family, my child goes to school in the community, and for someone to go online and say something very negative and slamming that company, that has a lot of weight. It's not like you're reviewing an Amazon product. So customer service is extremely important to us. And so for us, we have almost around 1,600 Google reviews. We have a perfect 5.0. There's a couple of bad reviews. They're not even that bad. And that keeps
that's part of the doing your research. You read about this company and you're going to see, okay, they have really satisfied experience, satisfied customers, and that is key because this is your life. People are, you know, you're taking my life from one place and putting it in another. I want to trust you to do that, and that's what the reviews are going to show if you take a look at that. So you also have a really important thing. I just moved a couple months ago, and almost the biggest thing was what we were doing before we moved, which was getting rid of stuff. So talk about how important it is to kind of go through your stuff.
Oh, yes. A lot of times when we're given an estimate, the customer will plan, we're going to get rid of this, we're going to get rid of that, we're going to sort through this. It's not going to be nearly as much stuff. Come moving day, they didn't have time to get rid of anything. They spent all their time packing, preparing, closing on their new house, getting their new house remodeled. And so a lot of times, unfortunately, we move a lot of things that the customer is they're going to end up throwing away.
Yeah.
So it increases the cost of your move.
Purge before you pack. Spend a good amount of time. Get the dumpster, donate the things, call the kids. Hey, do you want these trophies? If you want the trophies, come get them. Otherwise, they're out of here. I mean, you really have to be kind of very precision oriented to get a really successful situation. So now this is the part, when I started my move, I was really good about, but then I fell apart at the end. You really think labeling is important. Talk about like that part of the process.
Yeah. The worst you can do is not label at all. Just throw it in the box because you're frantically trying to get ready for your move. Just putting kitchen stuff, you're going to cause problems. You need to list some major items in the box or the category of items.
These are my spoons.
Yeah. And maybe even what cabinet they came from, things like that.
Okay. So really important to label. And is it okay just to do the masking tape? I mean, write on the box, or what's your preferred when you see people do this?
Any method will work.
Okay.
You could write on masking tape, write directly on the box. Customer in particular, she put all of the white box, they put a white label on boxes going upstairs and black label on boxes going downstairs.
Was that good? That helped?
Yeah, just you grab the white, you go upstairs, and then you read what room it's going to go to.
Awesome. Okay, so when we're talking about moving, it's an expensive thing. You're buying a house, you're moving, or it's one of the bigger financial impacts that you're going to have that year, that decade, whatever it is. And you kind of, oh, this was the cheapest place. But you say that's not the best way to choose the people that are moving your life. Talk about the lowball quote.
Yeah, you got to be careful of those. Especially in interstate jobs, we need to talk about that. There are interstate brokers. They give you an extremely low price. Maybe they'll ask for $1,800 down, and they say the move to like South Carolina is going to be $3,000 or $2,800. That's not realistic.
Okay.
You're going to get taken advantage of, and when you end up at your destination, they're going to end up charging you thousands more.
Oh my gosh, which is the last thing you need. You're writing checks left and right when you move. Literally, it feels like, oh, I got to pay for this, and then hooking up this and getting that. The last thing you want is to be surprised by what the cost of the move is.
And they will hold your things hostage, these companies, because they might refuse to unload the truck unless you pay them a few thousand more. If you call the police, they'll say it's a contract dispute.
Oh gosh, what a
nightmare
that could be. What a nightmare that would be.
Yep.
So you're really specific on when you give a person a quote. Talk about that.
Yeah, we have it's called our tariff, a set hourly rate. The Public Utilities Commission of Ohio keeps track of moving companies' tariffs. You got to hire one that's licensed. And so we work by the hour, and our estimate is we estimate how many hours we believe it'll take, and we generally don't charge over the estimate, just 10%. I mean, if we really mess up the quote, it's our fault.
So so you can be assured that your budget is going to be what you let
Yeah.
people know. So the best way to get get the quote and talk to you guys, what's the best way to get a hold? Should we call you? Are you booking all the appointments?
No.
No, Dad is.
Now, this is my daughter, Eliana. She loves starring in our commercials now.
She's the star for sure. All right, so make sure. Do you guys have a website? Is that our first thing? Okay.
Perrysburgmoving.com.
Okay.
We also have Savannah Moving.
Okay.
In Finley. But
Perfect. So definitely trust a local provider who you can trust. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ray.
Thank you. Good job.